Have you ever reached that breaking point where your faith feels too heavy to carry? When the prayers you've prayed for years seem to hit the ceiling and fall back down? When your heart whispers, what's the point of holding on anymore? If that's where you are right now, you're not alone. Every believer, at some point, faces a season where God feels silent, distant, or absent. And in those moments, giving up feels easier than holding on. But before you walk away, I want to remind you of something powerful, something life-changing. Imagine this. A young woman has been praying for healing for her father. Every night, she's on her knees. Every morning, she wakes up with hope. But month after month, year after year, nothing changes. Her father is still sick, and the silence of heaven feels unbearable. She begins to wonder if God has forgotten her, if he even cares at all. Her Bible sits closed on the table. Her prayers grow shorter, and she starts to think maybe walking away would hurt less than waiting on God. Can you relate to that? Maybe it's not a father's illness for you. Maybe it's your marriage, or a broken dream, or the weight of depression, anxiety, or financial struggles that just won't lift. This feeling, this temptation to give up on God is not new. In the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9, Job's own wife told him, "Curse God and die." She saw his suffering. She saw his losses. And to her, the pain didn't make sense anymore. But Job replied, "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" Even in his agony, Job chose to hold on. Not because it was easy, but because he knew something about God's character that pain could not erase. When you feel like giving up, here's the truth you need to hear. God's silence is not his absence, and your waiting is not wasted. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31, it says, "Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." Did you catch that? The very act of waiting, the act of clinging to God when you feel weakest, is what builds your strength. It may feel like you're standing still, but in God's eyes, you're learning endurance. You're being refined, and you are being prepared for something greater than what you see right now. Here's the revelation. Faith is not about never feeling doubt. It's about choosing God even when doubt screams louder than hope. It's about lifting your hands in worship when your heart is heavy with questions. It's about saying, "Lord, I don't understand, but I still trust you." Think about Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. In the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 42, he prayed, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but yours be done." Even Jesus felt the weight of despair. Even Jesus asked if there was another way, but he surrendered. And through that surrender came resurrection power. So what do you do when you feel like giving up on God? First, be honest with him. Tell him your pain. Tell him your doubts. God can handle your questions. He's not afraid of your honesty. Second, stay rooted in his word, even when it feels dry. The Bible is not just ink on a page. It's living, breathing truth. Sometimes one verse is enough to carry you through the night. Third, surround yourself with faith-filled people. When your faith is weak, let someone else's faith hold you up. That's why we're called the body of Christ. And finally, remember that the story isn't over. God is still writing it. Your pain is not the final chapter. Let me leave you with this encouragement. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So don't give up. Don't walk away. Don't let the silence of today make you doubt the promises of tomorrow. God is closer than you think. He is working in the waiting. And the same God who brought Lazarus out of the grave, who parted the Red Sea, who raised Jesus from the dead, is the same God holding you right now. Hold on. Pray again. Believe again. And trust that in due time, you will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Friend, if you feel like giving up on God, remember this: He has never given up on you.